dam in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And some space here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Pierce will try to pick it up. 43 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Okay. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw here.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Dameon Pierce, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 13.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Look at me. Go. Rock it.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Etienne once more. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. The Jaguars at 2-6 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now stands at 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Now Lawrence.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On play action, Lawrence. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Play action. It's Lawrence. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Okay, ready?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. Now Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And it's caught. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Etienne. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 50. The 30. 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Texans 34, Jaguars nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
Ready, break.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this pack.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
560. Trail 3.
2nd and 13. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Taylor. Black open.
Looking to throw. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
from 10 yards out.
And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The point after is good. And the lead now down to 20.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Red, 52. Black, red. Red, cycle. 52 blaster.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lawrence to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 56 yards. They'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Out of the gun now on third down. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here in this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Deliver and accept it. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First and 10, it's Pierce. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pierce gets this one running right. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw here. That's underneath to Pierce. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here we go.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Come on, 38. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Strong, 10. Red, yellow.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
The 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Pierce on the counter. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Ready, Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Right side, Thornton with it.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Right, 97.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's 2nd and 8.
Hey,
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And now here is another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
ready.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Lawrence. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It got his man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne from 13 yards out. And the Jags have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. And some room to work. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Let's go now. Hey, check nigga.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A run for Pierce out of the gun. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
560. Black shot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Trayvon Walker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. High degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And that will push the lead up to 5. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
On the ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Derek Stingley picks it.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27th.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Here we go.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.